Yeah. So today we are going to see some of the topics in C++ like function overloading. It is a part of function overloading. It is a part of polymorphism. As we already discussed about polymorphism means many forms, one name, many forms, one name, many forms. Okay. So let's see there are two different types of polymorphism. One of the polymorphism is function overloading. Okay. One of the polymorphism is function overloading. Okay, so what is function overloading? We'll see. So it is a concept used to define one more or than one or more than one function. Okay, more than one function with the same name. More than one function with the same name. But it differs at least in any one of the following aspects. Any one of the following aspects. So what are the aspects? Number of arguments, number of arguments, type of arguments may be differ, order of arguments may be differ. Okay, so if the name is same, how the compiler will recognize by using number of arguments. That means, for example, a is a function. A is a function. All a functions are there. There are three types of a function is there. There are three types of. There are three functions are there which has having same name, which has having same name a. So how the compiler will differ which function it is calling based on first category is number of arguments. That means it is first function is having one integer int. Second function is having two integers. Okay, and then third function is uh, another category. How it will differ is type of argument. So here the arguments are float int. So here there is a difference between one integer, two integers, float to integer, right? Okay. So these, if we observe these two, the number of arguments are same, but the type of argument is different. Number of arguments are same. Here also two arguments are there. Here also two arguments are there. But the difference is type of argument. Here it accepts the two integer variables. Here it accepts the float int. Okay. And then order of arguments may be also different. If there is a another function like int a, another function called a, the order may be different. Int comma float, these two are different because here it accepts the float and integer, and here it accepts the integer and float, so the order is also different. So based on these three categories, the compiler will recognize which definition has to be executed, let's see the example in the compiler itself. Okay. Yeah, so hash include std, sorry, iostream.h, hash include conio.h, and there is a function called void test. What is that function? Void test. Okay, so this first test function will accept one integer value, so I have written 1, and I am writing here this is function with one argument. I am writing 1 as a capital because to differ one argument. Okay, and then another function void test. The function name is same, but the number of arguments are here 2. Number of arguments are 2. So cout this is function, like what is this function with two arguments, okay. So here also I'm correcting this function with one argument, this function with two arguments, okay. And I'm writing one more test function, int comma int, okay. See out this function with three arguments. So like this. So three functions are there. So let's write void main. Void main. Here I'm calling uh, scr and test with one value. Test 10 comma 20. Test, okay. 10, 20, 30. Okay. So compiler will call exact one without confusion, exact one without any confusion. So here I am writing endl to print in the next line, okay. Endl, here also I am writing endl. Of course it is a last one, no problem. So no errors, and control F9. So function with one argument, function with two arguments, function with three arguments. So like this compiler will decide based on the three categories. What are those three categories? Number of arguments may be differ, type of arguments may be differ, and order of arguments may be differ. What is this? Function overload.